Stranded and surrounded by salt, the Donner Party, and my girlfriend's quilt shop. All on this episode of Rona the Ribbiter, the Traveling Quilter. I'm Rona the Ribbiter, also known as the Traveling Quilter. I travel the globe from quilt shows to quilt tours, shop hops to quilt retreats, and everything in between. Won't you join me for a quilt adventure? I believe some of the Fast and Furious movies were filmed out here in the salt flats.
Okay.
I want to say.
Wendover, next to exits. That means we're the far east in Nevada as we can go on Interstate 80. Next stop, Utah.
Continuing westward on our cross-country journey, Mom and I in the RV, we were leaving Nevada and heading into the great state of Utah. Interestingly, and when you're headed on I-80, the town of Wendover actually crosses the states, or it splits the states. So you have western and eastern Wendover, which of course half of it's in Utah and half of it's in Nevada. And of course, at the state line, we have casinos. Because after all, it is Nevada.
It is Nevada.
Exciting gaming action. Rainbow, Peppermill, Montego Bay. Are these advertisements for... Oh no, it's here. This is in Montego Bay. Wow. There's quite a few casinos here.
Utah, state line, elevation.
Welcome to Utah. Welcome to Utah.
Okay, now we are in mountain time. So whatever time it is, add an hour.
Couple of fun facts about the state of Utah. It's actually known as the Beehive State, but originally it was known as the State of Desiree. And Desiree actually means honeybee in the Book of Mormon. And the beehive is also a symbol of industry, which is the state's motto. One of my favorite little-known facts about the state of Utah is a company called Loftus International Novelty Company. Did you know that they are the #1 seller of rubber chickens? In fact, they sell 10 to 20,000 rubber chickens every year.
On by the speedway. Get on up here.
Water.
Oh, yes, it is.
Quite a bit of water. In case you're unfamiliar with the Bonneville Salt Flats, it stretches for over 30,000 acres. It's a long way, and to get across, there's just this one highway, 2 lanes, one each direction. And as far as I remember, only 1 or 2 off-ramps. Luckily, we found one when we broke down. Welcome to the Salt Flats in Utah. So we're standing out here, back up out of the wind a little bit. So I'm standing out here in front of our little hoppermobile. We're in the Salt Flats in Utah, just crossed into the state of Utah actually. And you drive through Wendover, it's beautiful. And it's like 20-30 miles, just stretch. This is where they do the land speed records, and I'm a little out of breath because we've been running around. So the reason we are pulled over right now is because they're doing construction on I-80 in that stretch there. And it was very precarious on how they were pulled. They had us driving on the shoulder of the highway, and the cones were all cattywampus and wonky. And so as it turned out, our little, one of the, we think it's the propane exhaust pipe, hit one of the cones, and it bent the pipe and the pipe was bent into, because the holder for it snapped completely off, and the pipe itself was scraping the tire. Luckily, the tire did not pop, thank goodness, but we are pulled over off of the next exit, and AAA is on its way, so I thought I would do a quick little PSA and reminder. Make sure when you go on a cross-country road trip, be sure you have roadside assistance. We are AAA people, but there are plenty of other great companies out there, but you never know what's going to happen. For instance, you never know when there's going to be some cattywampus little construction cone that decides to jump out in front of you and destroy your whole day. But that's why we have roadside assistance. The road again.
Hopefully. If I don't fall over, anybody coming that way?
You are clear to the right as far as I can see.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully nobody's coming. It's so funny. How many people? 3 people.
Don't know what that was, but it wasn't too loud.
I need water. I'll have to get some later.
And back on the interstate.
Before dark. Yay.
On the road again.
Here's our angel.
I'm so glad we're back on the road again. Before, the Bonneville Salt Flats area was just this large concentrated collection of salt and sand. It actually used to be the Bonneville Lake, which actually filled the whole Great Basin. In fact, Salt Lake of famous Salt Lake City is the remnants of that giant lake. Today, there's so much concentrated salt in the area that in most spots, no vegetation can grow. That's why you get these beautiful stretches of just what looks like white beaches. To put the size into perspective of the Bonneville Salt Flats, because after all, we quilters, we know a little bit about sizing, right? 15,000 years ago, during the last ice age, the Bonneville Salt Flats area, or Lake Bonneville, was the size of Lake Michigan. And for all you science geeks out there, the Bonneville Salt Flats is not just salt. It contains, now let me read this so I know exactly. The surface contains potassium, magnesium, lithium, and of course, sodium chloride, or common table salt. The Bonneville Salt Flats area was actually first surveyed in 1845 by Captain John C. Fremont and his party with scouts Kit Carson and Joe Walker. After Captain Fremont's excavations, he suggested that it was not a quicker path to get to California rather than going up and over the Donner Pass and the Sierra Mountains. It was actually much more dangerous because it was so dry and the desert was so large, and with the salt concentration, there was not enough fresh water to make the journey. However, a few years later, a quick hustler convinced the Donner Party that it would be quite okay to make the journey. The infamous Donner Reed Party attempted the crossing in hopes of a shortcut to California. They didn't bring enough water and lost many oxen along the way. 4 wagons were abandoned and time lost, which resulted in their late arrival and tragic end in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Finally, in 1910, Southern Pacific Railroad finally made the connection across the Bonneville Salt Flats, which connected Salt Lake City and San Francisco. No more need for those wagon trains. The Bonneville Salt Flats may look wide open spaces and a great place to go off-roading, but don't be fooled, because only on the surface is a very thin layer that will actually crack if too much weight is put on it. So if you drive your car out, you're going to sink into the salt water below. And I'm telling you, that salt is going to suck up all the air from your tires and deflate them. then you're going to have to call State Patrol, then you're going to have to get somebody to tow you out. It's just a big mess. So if you're traveling through, make sure to stay on the highway. Wait, don't close it yet. I got a couple more bags.
Why do you need all those Yazzie bags?
Because,
Can't you just have a suitcase like the rest of us?
because they all have a purpose. Like this one has my travel light in it because I can't, have you tried sewing in a hotel room? It's really dark. So I have to take my travel light. And then this one has my craft iron in it, which is of course the perfect size iron to take when you're traveling anywhere and want to quilt on the go. And then this one has my EPP in it.
The hell is PPP?
No, EPP, English paper piecing. That's the hand stitching that you see me with the... Anyway, this has all my EPP stuff in it, and I like to put it in the bigger one because I always have more than one projects going at once. Anyway, and then this one's my favorite. This one, first of all, it's my favorite color. But also, it is frog green, but also this one has... it's enough room in here to put a whole project that I'm working on. I could take it with me anywhere. Plus, do you remember I actually took this with me as a carry-on on an airplane a couple months ago? Because it has not only room for a magazine, quilting magazine, it's got room for a project, hand stitching, it's got room in there for my wallet, passport, water bottle, and I think I even stuffed a couple of snacks in there too for the trip.
They have one for an IT guy?
Well, I don't know, you'd have to call.
Okay. What's the number?
Welcome to Sandy, Utah, located just south of Salt Lake City and at the base of the Wasatch Mountains. Similar to the town of Battle Mountain, Nevada, there's really no consensus on exactly how Sandy got its name, but it may have something to do with the amazing soil and the agriculture potential of this area. But it was the silver that brought the city to life. In 1873, the railroad extended down from Salt Lake City, and the streetcar line was added in 1907. However, the silver mining was not long-lived. After the mines closed in the 1890s, the area fell back to its original agricultural community and continued to prosper. Long before Sandy was established officially in 1893, it was actually a stopping point along the Wasatch Mountains for several native tribes, including the Shoshone, the Bannock, and the Paiutes. In fact, Utah, the name of the state, is from the Ute tribe. Because this runs right along the mountain, there's also the Jordan River that runs through this area, which was also a common traveling location and stopping point. Most importantly, Sandy, Utah is the second location for my girlfriend's quilt shop.
Alrighty, welcome to my girlfriend's quilt shop. We're located in Sandy, Utah at 9269 South Village Shop Drive. So we're just off 90th South in Salt Lake City. And we're open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6 on the weekdays and 10 to 4 on Saturdays. But this is kind of our Sandy location. We do have a location up in Logan, Utah, and a warehouse up in Smithville. But today we're in the Sandy store. My name is Adam. I am one of the girlfriends. Yes, I know. I'm a little bit of a man, and I'm kind of an oddball in the industry. There's a few of us, but
there's some pretty impressive male quilters.
Pretty impressive ones.
Yeah.
So, but we want to make everyone feel welcome, and that's really what we try and do as you first walk in our shop doors here. And so we've got, as you can kind of see throughout the shop, we have machines, and we've got different fabric, all the time. We're bringing in new fabric, and it's really nice. We're restocked now after COVID hit and all of that. So, and our machines are finally coming in on a reliable schedule. But we are a full service quilt shop. We sell fabric, we sell machines, we repair machines and service them. We have a long arm quilter on staff, and we just really want to make you feel welcome as you come in. So we try and always greet everyone as they come in the door and just say hi or welcome to my girlfriend's quilt shop. And then as you just kind of walk through our store here, at the very beginning we always try and feature our kind of our newest and most latest machines kind of front and center. as you can see. So we've got our Baby Solaris 2, which just came out last year, just right here. But then, you know, as you walk through the shop, we've got our different fabrics and our fat quarters. And then we always try and hang quilts above the corresponding fabric that we've made to kind of highlight kind of what you can do. And we sell kits, you know. And then we just kind of walk through our shop. We do have a small clearance area right now. We're usually trying to keep just a small clearance area with some what we call a girlfriend grab bag of some half pounds of scraps. And then of course we have our orphan fat quarters and some end of bolts. So we're always trying to do specials, and we have daily specials on thread and needles. One of the big things our owner believes in, Chris Thurgood, is she doesn't do any discounts whether you belong to a guild or anything, because we do those discounts for everyone. So that's why we always have deals on thread. Buy 3 spools, get 1 spool free of thread. Needles are always buy 2 packs, get the 3rd pack free. Because we just want to make everyone feel welcome, and you're not part of an exclusive club. You are really just, you're coming to a girlfriend's location or a store to make sure that you feel like a girlfriend. So we've got our solids, you know. One of the things that our shop has been known for is our Kate Fawcett collection. So we have a big collection of Kate Fawcett fabrics. I'm probably not saying that right, but I hope I am.
I'll tell you, as Brandon put it, you have a safe asset with Kate Fawcett.
Okay, there we go. And then, you know, we've got sergers, you know. We sell pretty much every type of machine. So we've got our sergers, embroidery machines over in this area, our stabilizer and thread, and then our big area. One of the other things that we're known for here is our Kimberbell area. And we sell a lot of products that are sold and designed by Kimberbell Designs. So we have almost all of her patterns and notions, and then we try and cut kits for all of her things and carry all of the kits for her fabric. So her latest quilt right now, as we're recording this, is the Red, White, and Bloom. We do have that quilt on hand, and we are doing pre-sales right now for Candy Corn Lane. I might be saying that wrong, but her latest, Kimberbell's latest feature quilt, which is all based on candy corn and Halloween. So that one's going to be really fun. We sell feet and accessories for all of our machines, and those are really nice because if you ever need a foot, you can come in and pick that up. And some of these we can actually start shipping to customers who are out and about. We do have everyday specials where we, if you either on our online shop or you call in store and you purchase $75 or more, you can get free shipping, and then we just do a flat $5 shipping rate for anything less than $75. So we can sell and ship. We're starting to be able to sell and ship some of our feet and accessories that we couldn't sell before. And of course, manufacturers are opening up more and more machines to be able to be sold online. So we always have things that we can get you, and we can usually get you into something that's going to work pretty well for you, whether it's a machine or an accessory or a notion. So, and then we come back and we have kind of just more of our sewing machine area, just kind of our generic sewing machine areas. And we are always demoing and selling and teaching everything, because education, again, that's a big part of what Girlfriends does. And then we have kind of our ruler and notion area kind of right back here. And then we have some more spinning racks with notions. So we're always trying to keep well stocked to carry the products that our girlfriends asked for. So we have that. And then another big thing that we've been known for has been, we're going to have our fillers and blends right over here, but we have a whole wall, well, almost a whole wall, I should say, of batiks.
No, but we talked about like that was one of the
And batiks are kind of a really big part of what we were known for, was batiks and K facet. So we have batiks, and then there's a story behind this as you keep walking through. Because our owner, Chris, she always wanted to make everyone feel welcome. Even the men who might not be sewing or anything that are coming along with their wives and hold the shopping bags. That's what my father always did when we ever went shopping when we were kids. Is that my mother and I would go and he would find somewhere to sit, and he would hold and collect all of the bags. And Chris kind of wanted to have that same type of feeling. So we always have a nice couch and a chair that if you're tired and are not shopping, you can just kind of sit down and take a few minutes break. So, and then of course we have our pattern wall, and we're getting some more patterns in, so that's why we have an empty section right now. But we've got our pattern wall, and then about 18 months ago we became a authorized handy quilter reseller. So we sell the full line of handy quilter long arms, and we are now, this last year we earned the HQA award for handy quilter, which is kind of their top sales and service, and then we were actually top 25 nationwide in handy quilter sales for 2020. So we do sell the full range of handy quilter products, from their regular sewing machines, their HQ Stitch sewing machines, to the full lineup of handy quilters. Our other machine brands that we sell are Baby Lock and Janome, and we are also, we're a recipient of a Janome award. I can't remember the name right now, but we received a Janome award, and then we do really well with Baby Lock as well. And we support you every step of the way and encourage you to just kind of come check us out.
All right. Thank you so much, Adam.
You're welcome.
Okay, go.